A few years back, I was a runner. And I wasn't elite, but I was decently competitive. I'd run a lot of 7 or 7.5 minute miles. And today I'll run once a week maybe, definitely at a slower pace. But at my height, I was running 5 days a week, and I completed 9 half marathons in 9 different states, all inside of 1 year. And as I think about that, those numbers seem crazy today. I probably was a little bit nuts, but there's this concept in running that's called the negative split, and it's a racing strategy where you intentionally complete the second half of the race faster than the first half. So you come off the starting line slow and controlled, and then you're going to step up your speed towards the end of the race. When you go back and you look at your running splits, you'll see that the second half of your race was faster than the first half. Now, the first quarter of 2020, there is no doubt that we all got thrown into a slower pace. And maybe it wasn't intentional, but it was definitely slower. Our family life, our community activities, anything extra outside the homes, and absolutely, yes, business. So while all of us need to stay safe and mindful and intentional inside this pandemic, my question today is, can we turn 2020 into a negative split? Right? There's a few weeks left in the year. It's like that final push of one of these half marathons. Right now, it reminds me when I was running, I'm going past mile marker 12 on that 13.1 mile half marathon. And I can see that 12 mile sign in my mind, and I know right now that I might be a little bit tired, but I know that there's also likely more inside of me. And mile marker 12 out of 13.1 is not the time that we're gonna start sprinting. It's not like the last quarter or last half mile, but if there's gas left in the tank, it's time to start emptying it. And it's time to pick up the pace and time to push that pace to finish the second half of the year faster than the first half. So with a couple weeks left here in 2020, it's time to pick up our pace. It's time to finish this second half of the year stronger. And to that end, if you haven't seen the Advisors Excel second half playbook yet, or if you have seen it, but between the two of us, you haven't paid much attention to it, there's a lot going on, now's the time. Because inside the second half playbook, we've got a lot of highlights. We've got ways to maximize your year-end leads and existing clients. We've got ways to approach anybody that you've got still on the fence. We're talking about what to think about your finances and your P&L, and inside the playbook, we're talking about what to do with your time, your most important asset heading into December. So you can give this a lot more attention now, use it to push hard towards the finish of the year, hopefully setting up a negative split for your 2020, or you can coast, maybe run out of steam. You've got some heavy and some tired legs. You're going to finish the race for sure, but maybe not the way that you want to. So going back to that year that I ran 9 halves in 9 states, I committed to something ridiculous to myself. I told myself that I'm going to complete an endurance race in all 50 states, right? 50 states, 50 endurance races. As of today, I'm at 21 states. And I typically knock out 1 or 2 a year, no more 9 a year. But you know what that means? That means here in front of me, I've got a lot of opportunity to get better over the years, right? I'm going to continue to train smarter. I'm going to run faster, and I'm always going to be looking at my race pacing, especially with negative splits. So I hope you can use this concept, and I'll see you at the finish line of 2020.